Hello there and welcome
to the new channel.
Here to help you see
the new you.
My name is Carmine Ortega.
Dennis Calamba.
This is Nato Agbayani.
My name is Juan Lu.
I'm Chino.
I'm Trisha.
This is Apple Manansala.
This is Attorney Carlo Ibanez.
This is Attorney Sheila Santiago.
This is Angie.
This is Argamid.
My name is Dante Salama.
This is Jesse Francis Rebastillo.
I'm Dania Cunha.
Mon Mendoza.
I am Muppet Erhino.
I'm Leo Bryan. Mike.
Nice one, dear.
Sir Al Ian Barcelona.
Marvin Salazar. This is Sunny Haldons.
Heidi Lumainos.
This is Ivan Jude.
Patrick Hieronimo.
Alan Perez.
My name is Erwin Ursua.
Mine was Bob.
My name is Lloyd Luna and this is
Future.
The Talk.
Family Business.
The Puppet Stories.
After Shift.
PNC Town Hall.
YOLO.
Marketplace.
The Home Buyer.
HR Hotline.
Danny Art Show.
Healthline.
Foreign Affairs.
COVID Stories.
Awesome Day Show.
Thank you.
Money and More.
Cybernext.
Women at Work.
Win Within.
Port Project.
The Big Picture.
Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC ignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you. Sometimes life makes you blind and you choose something bad. You just wanna cry and hide and save your face from the crowd. But sometimes life makes you see the beauty in you and me. When you look up above, there is God and there is love. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC ignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new. We're here to help you see the newness of life. We're here to help you feel your hope is so real. You got the power to see. We'll help you see the new you. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello there and welcome to the new channel. We are here to help you see the new you. My name is Lloyd Luna and this is The Big Picture. Hello, everyone. This is an inspirational night once again, wherever you're watching from around the world. Good evening to you all. You can watch our live stream for tonight and share it with your friends and families and associates so they can watch as well. You can also watch us on youtube.com/TNC Now and drop some comments in there. And if you're going to watch us on youtube.com/TNC Now, you can have an opportunity to get a gift courtesy of Unisol and TNC. The item to get, please watch. That's washable face mask courtesy of Unisol and TNC. If you're going to watch us on youtube.com/TNC Now at kayo po yung mapalad naming mapili na mapalad na manonood ngayong gabi, mapapasa inyo po yung washable face mask. Tonight's a very special episode because this is my first live stream na ako po ay tatay ng isang babing lalaki. So congratulations to me, dad of Rain Kylo. So, interesting because tonight I'm going to read some notes from a book, Transform or Perish. So if you're ready, and then this will be basically reading. So if you have questions, if you have suggestions, drop them on our comment section down below. Huwag po kayo mahiya magtanong kung meron kayong gustong malaman. But this is basically storytelling. I'm going to give you some preview, exact words that are in my book, Transform or Perish. So, are you ready? The foreword is coming from Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship, Joy Concepcion. And I'm going to read the foreword as written on the book. Here we go. In my many years as an entrepreneur and now also as a public servant, I have encountered a lot of setbacks, and this book shares most of the ways I faced those setbacks, particularly maintaining a positive outlook and learning from the challenges that face us along the way. This coronavirus pandemic that we are experiencing until now is a severe crisis, if not the most severe crisis that we have experienced since martial law era. The year 2020 is regarded by some as a wasted year, but a closer look at the bigger picture would tell us that this crisis usually has been offering us a lot of both big and small opportunities. In the current pandemic, this book by Lloyd Luna, present, is timely as it offers a story of transformation. The book teaches us the 3 competencies that would allow us to transition and transform, competencies that we should all develop: agility, creativity, and nonconformity, which is being able to see beyond the surface appearance of things. I have known Lloyd personally when he offered his expertise for Go Negosyo, my personal advocacy for entrepreneurship. From there, I have seen his potential and how he exemplifies the young individuals I have met that I believe would make a difference in our country. He is a leader and an articulate individual. Following his works, I am happy to see that he continues to share his ideas, having written close to 20 books now. I usually see him speaking at conventions, conferences, and seminars, as well as putting up several companies of his own. Lloyd is also a dedicated mentor who has made it his personal mission to help people in our communities reach their full potential. He is a go-to resource person for career and personal development and has even ventured into cultural research, which is a laudable effort to expand the knowledge base and know-how of our community. I heartily congratulate Lloyd for coming up with this new book. It is my hope that he would continue to inspire more individuals and entrepreneurs to pursue their passion for transforming their communities into progressive, vibrant, healthier, and more secure environments for both making a living and pursuing their dreams. Jose Maria Joey Concepcion III, President, CEO, RFM Corporation, Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship, Office of the President of the Philippines, and Chairman of ASEAN Business Advisory Council. On January 21st, 2021, at 1 to 4 p.m., I am inviting you to attend the book launch of Transform or Perish, alongside with an event called Transformed. It's a summit that I feature a couple of speakers. Joe Magsaysay is there, along with many other personalities who will talk about transformation in several industries, including tourism. Apple Manansala TNC co-founder is going to talk about business process outsourcing transformation, as well as Yayu Javier. Nandiyan din po si Dennis Calamba at si Danes Serrano. Kasama rin po si Ma'am Fe Marie Cabantac, of course, si Sir Jesse Rebustilio, host ng HR Hotline. The book launch will be on the same date, January 21st at 4 p.m. So yung book, nandyan, yung book. There you go. So Transformation Summit plus book launch on January 21st, 2021, 1 to 4 p.m. via closed FB community group. Please don't go away because the big picture on TNC will be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching The Big Picture on the new channel. Before I continue, I would like to invite you to watch our other shows on TNC. The Big Picture shares inspiring stories of notable personalities Mondays to Fridays at 7:15 p.m. along with many other shows on TNC. You go to facebook.com/TNCnow and youtube.com/TNCnow to watch the replays of our shows along with other future and present schedule. In the meantime, I'm going to continue with my discussion. I'm reading the exact text in my book, Transform or Perish. The preface of the book. Imagine this. You are among the best in what you do. You belong to the top of your industry and count among the finest in your profession. And you are sure you are way ahead in the game you have chosen to play in your life. You're unquestionably riding high in your business or may have just started a venture that's growing at gratifying warp speed, or you are flawlessly on track, climbing the corporate ladder and are up for a much awaited promotion very soon. In some, you're having the time of your life. And you are sure that soon you will have the freedom and the means to do the many wonderful things you have long dreamed about. Free to travel anytime you feel like it, free to move anywhere you want in the world. And then came the COVID 19 pandemic. Suddenly, the world careened to a stop. You yourself have been brought to a total standstill, shocked, terrified, woefully unprepared. Staggered out of your wits, you find yourself totally inadequate to find a way out of the situation. You realize in great shock that there is no going back to the good old days, for your world as you knew it has gone from reassuringly good to excruciatingly bad, even malevolent. The world at large has changed incredibly, and so has your own personal world. Like most everybody else, you try to look for a quick fix, but you feel short of finding it. The quarantine period that you thought would only last 15 days became a month, then 2 months, then 3 months, then dragged on through end 2020 until today. Almost a year now, and still there's no assurance when and how this crisis will end. So you gradually have reconciled yourself with the new reality. And that new reality is that things are vastly different now, and you have to accept, adapt, and adjust to it just to survive. You and I are fortunate that we are surviving this crisis, but definitely not without getting bruised all over. Worldwide, as the International Labor Organization tells us, a jaw dropping 1.6 billion people have been left without jobs as of May 2020. In the Philippines, 7.2 million employees and workers have been left jobless by April. The governments had to distribute food and money to people for them to survive. Thousands of businesses, big or small, had to be bailed out and had filed for bankruptcy. Some have even closed for good. Now, schools locked down, students and teachers found themselves in virtual classrooms, parents became teachers, teachers became learners, churches closed their doors to the faithful and have even jumped into the commercial mode of live streaming their religious rituals. In an instant, the world, your world, and mine has been horribly transformed, and into what shape or form, ultimately, we still have no way of knowing. Certainly, many communities in our midst and elsewhere in the world have been shattered. Yes, shattered. They were turned almost into rubble by the pandemic's unthinkable destructiveness. Such devastation, along with the overwhelming disappointment and frustration, the pandemic has engendered, made us question ourselves, and shook our entire being to its very core. It challenged us to revisit our character, our philosophy, our beliefs, our perspectives. It forced us to dig deep into the various aspects of our humanity, our biases, our preferences, our ideals, in fact, everything that makes us what we are, and to the excruciating rain checks on ourselves. Some leaders turn to old leadership playbooks to see if there is something in there to help them lead amid crises of this magnitude. Some of them simply move forward and try to figure what might work later. They too began doubting their ability to lead. They began asking themselves this hard, gut wrenching question: how do I lead now? As we struggled individually at home and professionally in our virtual workplaces, we also began questioning ourselves, our inner desires, our fondest passions, our strongest interests. We desperately wanted to know whether what we are doing still matters to the world, that, at the moment, just needs only the barest minimum of safety, shelter, and sustenance. We started making a big distinction between the so-called essentials and non-essentials, as if only those in the essentials category will survive, and that such a trend will last forever. We now know that it really isn't true. For some who still don't believe it, it's only a matter of time before they'll believe it to be so. From the boardroom to our living room, from the meeting room to our bedroom, from the clerical table to our dining table, we wrestled with ourselves to adjust to the new reality of having to work remotely. We led and managed our people from a distance without knowing precisely what to expect. In our own case, we generally delivered. We got the job done, but is this going to be only for the moment and not for good? Admittedly, all of us are in for a serious setback. But in my case, I would rather look at the negative side, or I try to see through it using another lens. I saw something else. In a main column in the Manila Times, I wrote about what I saw. After every setback is a comeback. I always believe in working more on what was left than what was lost, and to find ourselves or yourself again in times of losses and misses. Too many broken pieces scattered all over the place don't make sense until you put them together to form a masterpiece. Some masterpieces come from rubble and debris brought about by our painful past. And one's messy story, or a once messy story, can become a remarkable testimony. The human spirit doesn't totally break, it simply flexes. But it can be a very painful, ugly, and disorienting experience. I was once a rubble, a rough fragment of humanity myself, always on the go, always thinking, always trying to make sense of what happens around me by believing that logic made everything right. Well, I now know that it doesn't, not always. Logic takes away emotion from the equation. And who are we without emotion? Logic may solve many problems, but not all of them. Logic denies people from expressing who they are by presenting them with dead ends. It gives us an illusion of an ending that we fear. Thus, it gives us the same power to stop us from giving our lives to the fullest, or living our lives to the fullest. I am a human being capable of feeling something and acting on that feeling, regardless of what logic tells me to the contrary. And maybe, just maybe, it's what makes me vulnerable to pain, frustration, and disappointment. But the same makes me capable of expressing the human spirit. Broken, but thankfully not irreparable. Quitting is almost an instant choice for people who are caught in difficult situations. It seems to be a justifiable escape plan, but something else is more important than quitting, and that is finding your meaning. While the year 2020 is regarded by some as a wasted year, I saw it as a year of uncommon opportunities. In retrospect, in fact, in 2020, we may have gained more insights about ourselves and about life itself, if not equally, than in any other year in history. The gain, though, is more personal than economic, and that's good because it is people like us who make up and run the economy anyway. Thus, our personal transformation has a great influence on our nation's economic recovery. We are therefore impelled to press a reset button that could revitalize and refresh our efforts towards recovery and long term prosperity. I'm going to finish reading the preface of my book when we come back. Please don't go away. Welcome back. You're still watching The Big Picture on the new channel. Before I continue reading the preface of my book, Transform or Perish, I would like to invite you to watch the shows on TNC that streams every Tuesdays. Foreign Affairs at 10:30 a.m., Nature Hotline at 12 p.m., Well Home at 2:30 p.m., Market Leader at 5:30 p.m., Mental Shift at 7:30 p.m., and Money and More at 8:30 p.m. Now, to continue the reading of my preface of my book, Transform or Perish, now that we have a better understanding of how to turn the low into high, pain into joy, defeat into triumph, perhaps we can say with some confidence that 2020 was definitely far from a wasted year. True, this global crisis that's still ongoing has brought us terrible discomfort, pain, disability, perhaps even deaths among our families and friends. But it has brought to an end what we had come, but it has not brought to an end what we had come together to build. Our dream is still alive, and the game is still very much in play. We actually have this choice: play the game and hopefully win, or else just watch from the bleacher and miss the opportunities being seized by the hardy players in the world's greatest reset. I still believe that no crisis can ever kill our strong desire to survive and to rise from the ruins of the pandemic. This is what is demanded of us humans. That's why we are here in this world. The still raging pandemic could delay our recovery process up to a certain level, but it can't deny us the path we are taking or delay our process to live our aspirations, the actions and engagements we want to pursue, and the people we want to take with us in our journey to recovery. In the end, we really would lose nothing. We simply would get transformed by the pandemic's relentless disruption of our lives. The Transformation Summit Philippines 2021 will happen on January 21st, 1 to 4 p.m., featuring the speakers you can see up on your screen. The registration can be done on leadershipspeaker.ph. Along with the summit, I'm launching my book, Transform or Perish, on the same date at about 4 in the afternoon. I hope you can come. Whew. That's all the time we have for tonight. I hope we see each other on the book launch. Again, this will be an interesting time because a lot of speakers featured there will share their stories and their wisdom, the lessons that they had going through these challenging times. So again, I'm going to see you on January 21st, 2021, 1 to 4 p.m. I'm going to launch my book on the same day. So go to leadershipspeaker.ph to register. In the meantime, I'm going to say bye-bye and good night. See you tomorrow.